Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Daytona International Speedway. This is the Wild West Racing League, and this is our first race of the season in the Xfinity cars. 65 laps here tonight at Daytona. You know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Tonight's race is sponsored by the Stand for Wit Foundation. The Stand for Wit Foundation was created to support the victims and survivors of domestic violence. They and others through the foundation get help for those who are in a violent situation before it gets too late. Now, a great way to help spread the message and make people aware of the nearly 10 million men and women in domestic violence situations is to make the Stand for Wit Foundation the series sponsor for the entire month of October. So with that, we thank the Stand for Wit Foundation, and we stand with them during the month of October and domestic violence awareness. Once again, you're here watching the Wild West Racing League on Wednesday night, race 1, 65 laps at Daytona. The cars are qualifying as we are watching on the screen. Now, while they begin to qualify, take a look here, and you'll see that we're at Wild West Racing League. This is week 1 at Daytona. Altitude here is only at 37 feet. It's a 2.5 mile track. Tonight's temperature is 72 degrees and clear outside. 45% humidity. We should have a fast race and a great race. These drivers are professionals. They know what they're doing, and they're not going to put themselves in harm's way, at least until we get close to the end. 65 laps, so you expect around the lap 55 mark things might change and become different. But we do thank you for being here with us. This broadcast is brought to you by the Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. We thank you for being here. We know you have a choice on what you watch on Wednesday night, and we are grateful that you're here with us tonight. As the cars continue, we see the shuffle go on. And we can see as they're lining up who's going to be in what position. Looks like Keel has the fastest time. That's Wyatt Keel in the 9 Chevrolet. He just got passed by James Napier. And it looks like the 12 car of Logan Gill qualified in the 6th position. Wyatt Keel on his second lap pulls an incredible time, 50.174 around this 2.5 mile track. So, as we get ready to go racing tonight, the one thing to keep in mind is that here at Daytona, anything can happen. It doesn't matter whether you're 1st, 6th, or 12th. Usually when there's a wreck here, unless it just involves 1 or 2 cars, it tends to collect a good portion of the field. When it collects a big portion of the field, that means that if you're in the back and you can avoid those wrecks, well, you might just find yourself on the podium at the end of the night. So it looks like we're going to start with Wyatt Keel leading us off, James Napier in 2nd. 3rd will be Gene Watkinson, followed by John Sauer in 4th place. 5th place will be Tanner Ensign. 6th was Logan Gill. 7th is Brighton Coleman. 8th is Taylor Carlin. 9th is Trey Smith. 10th is Justin Bell, followed by Patrick Wilkinson and Perry Harrington. So the cars are lining up in pit lane to get ready to make this happen. It's going to be exciting. Daytona is always exciting. It's fast. Speeds of close to 200 miles an hour in these cars. We're getting ready to go racing, folks. Pace laps here take a while. You're going to go 5 miles basically on each and every pace that every caution that you have. There's no short way around that. But if fuel ever does become an issue, one thing the drivers can do is shut off the machines or ride the clutch, lowering the RPMs. Those are things that help with fuel mileage. You can also, when you're in the draft, because this is a draft track, being that it's a super speedway, you can be at half throttle or 3/4 throttle, not using all of your capacity in that fuel tank. That Sunoco Racing fuel will get you around this track, but you've got to conserve what you can if it comes to that. You're watching the Wild West Racing League, sponsored by the Stand for Wit Foundation Xfinity Series. Fields out on the track. Got some sharp looking race cars here tonight, some real hot rods. So we've got 12 that are saddled up with as much horsepower as they can handle. What's going to happen? The smart thing to do here is to just run in line, because you can't win this race on lap 1 or lap 55. The only lap that really counts, the only lap that honestly counts, is lap 65. So these drivers need to have patience, need to put themselves in a position where they can be in a position to win at the end. And that's going to take insight, it's going to take strategy, and of course, like I said, patience. The 9 and the 77 in the first row, John Sauer and Gene Watkinson in second, Logan Gill and Tanner Ensign in the third row, followed by Brighton Coleman and Taylor Carlin in the fourth row, Trey Smith, Justin Bell in the fifth row, Perry Harrington and Patrick Wilkinson in the sixth row. We're getting ready to go racing, folks. And they're off. The 9 gets an early lead. Wyatt Keel on the inside, followed by James Napier on the outside and John Sauer. John Sauer tries to move to the inside, but he can't. The 111 of Gene Watkinson is there. The 9 of Wyatt Keels takes the early lead, followed by the 77 of James Napier. On the outside is still the 22 of John Sauer, and on the inside fighting for that same third position is the 111 of Gene Watkinson. Behind Gene Watkinson is the 12 of Logan Gill and the 44 Tanner Ensign. Side by side, pushing the cars in front of them. There's no reason to fight for position at this point. We're so early in this race. These cars seem to handle this track really well. So what Wyatt Keel's got to do is realize that he's going to be using up full throttle, and everybody behind him can save just a little bit. Now, it may not come down to that, but if it does come down to that, sometimes leading a bunch of laps is not the place that you want to be. But look on the outside as we speak. The 22 of John Sauer moves up to challenge with the 12 pushing him of Logan Gill. We've got, oh, no, the 8 and the 77 get into it. We're going to have a caution brought out. 8 and the 77. No caution. There it is. So that was the 8 and the 77 of James Napier and Justin Bell. Let's see if we can find James Napier and draw him down and see what happened. Hey, James Napier, this is Barry Stevens in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, James, what happened out there?
I don't know, man. I was on the bottom, and the next thing I know, I'm looking at the outside wall.
Yeah, that's it's a tough break this early in the race. I know you were probably just trying to run laps, weren't really racing anybody, just trying to do what you could do, and you find yourself in a position where now you've got to strategize. What do you think you're going to be able to do or have to do to stay in this?
We're just gonna get this car fixed and just probably, try to stay in the back and just ride around for a little while, and then once it winds down, then make our way up towards the front.
All right. Well, I'll let you go back up to where you were at, but thanks for speaking with us. It's great to know what happened there. Good luck with the rest of this race.
Thank you.
So, there's what happened. We'll keep this going at lap 4 of 65 laps. We've got some cars in pit lane, as you can see. Once again, we're here at Daytona International Raceway for the 2.5 mile oval. Brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. Remember, the entire month, the Xfinity Series is sponsored by the Stand for Wit Foundation. Stand for Wit Foundation was created to support the victims and survivors of domestic violence. They and others through the foundation get help for those who are in a violent situation before it's too late. Now, a great way to help spread the message and make people aware of the nearly 10 million men and women in domestic violence situations is to make the Stand for Wit Foundation the series sponsor for the month of October. So Wild West Racing League stands with the Xfinity Series Stand for Wit, and the entire month will be dedicated to that. It's a great cause. Tonight we're at Daytona for race 1 of the Xfinity Series of the Wild West Racing League. 65 laps total. We have only gone through 4 of lead laps. Under caution, we'll do at least a couple. Lights are still on the pace car, so we know that we'll do at least 2 more. Now the light is off now, so next time around we should be going green. John Sauer is going to lead us to the green flag, followed by Wyatt Keel. Logan Gill is in 3rd place. 4th is Gene Watkinson in that Chevy machine. Taylor Carlin is in 5th in that Chevy 24. Bryton Coleman finds himself in 6th place in that Chevy machine. Tanner Ensign in the 44 Ford is in 7th place. 8th place is the 8th place is the 8th Chevy of Justin Bell. 9th is the 82 of Patrick Wilkinson. 10th is the 96 Chevy of Perry Harrington, James Napier, and Trey Smith. So as the cars line up side by side, what strategies will play out depends maybe on what team you're on. Being on the bottom is probably the place to be on restarts. The top just doesn't seem to form up as well at the very beginning. And so John Sauer's in the right place, but the 12 car of Logan Gill being in 3rd place is in position to push that 22, and that's really a great place to be because he can move right up into 2nd place. We're going to have to see what the outside line does and who pairs up with Logan Gill. We know that Gene Watkinson is right behind him. Is he going to give him a good push when this green comes out? And here we go. We're getting ready to go racing. Coming to the Geico start zone. And we are there. 22 gets a good jump. 12's on the inside, stays on the inside. The 9 moves down to cover 3rd place. That's Wyatt Keel. John Sauer, Logan Gill, Wyatt Keel are your top 3. We have a clean start. Oh boy, some tight driving there. 111 in the 8. Oh my gosh. These guys are professionals, folks. If you're watching at home, I know you've got to be on the edge of your seat. This is just some challenging racing here. Let's watch as they come right through that corner. Hear those sound of those machines wound all the way up. Let's get to the 1 and see if we can get a far chase on him. Race Against Cancer, number 1 machine. It's a beautiful machine. Oh, he's up into the wall. Well, it's pretty. As we said, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Right now, it looks like people are just doing what they need to do. Staying in line. Now that 44 on the outside, Tanner Ensign, he's going to drop all the way to the back if he can't find a hole to drop into. Well, it looks like the back 3 now are going to try and work together on the outside. Trey Smith has gone with Tanner Ensign, as well as James Napier on the outside. But up front, it's John Sauer, Logan Gill, and Wyatt Keel. Coming up on lap 10 of 65. Now up into 5th place is Justin Bell. Well, he got a run there. Fifth place, Gene Watkinson takes it back. Up front, it looks like we're just running laps. That's the smart move right now, folks. Don't get it wrong. On the inside of these cars, these drivers are definitely sweating. Let's look inside of John Sauer's machine. Funny camera angle there. Not exactly sure what's going on with the camera on the inside cockpit view. And the 9 gets a good bump from the 8 car. Justin Bell pushes Wyatt Keel on the outside. Now the outside's trying to make it move, make it work. Wyatt Keel moves up into second. Logan Gill drops one spot into third place. John Sauer. Oh, and we've got a wreck at the beginning. 12 and the 22. Oh my. Oh, that's what I said. That's the big one. Justin Bell, Patrick Wilkinson. Let's see what happened here. Wow. Let's look at it from Patrick Wilkinson's view. Not really anywhere to go, is there? And see, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes there's just nowhere to go. And it is what it is. Let's see if we can pull Patrick Wilkinson into the broadcast booth. Hey, Mr. Wilkinson, this is Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Yes, Barry. How are you?
Well, I think I'm probably doing a little bit better than you. What happened out there?
That is, my friend, that is the question. I'm not entirely sure myself. 1 second, we're coming up to turn 3. Next thing I see is a bunch of cars going sideways on the apron, and I literally see my hood inside the car with me. So,
well, I'm going to just come out and tell you that that hood is probably not supposed to be on the inside of the race car. So next time...
No, it's not.
Yeah, next time you come down to pit road, you might want to let your crew chief see that. All right.
Yes, that may be a helpful thing to have on the hood of the car.
Yeah, it might be. While you get things fixed and come run down pit road, is there anything that you think you can do to get back in this?
Why the hell did we stack up at the pit? Baseball game.
Well, we're gonna get a good repair going here, and we'll find out. Really, I'm not entirely sure myself.
Great.
All right, Pat. That's Pat Wilkinson in the 82 machine. We thank you for talking with us.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. So, let's just see how this plays out. Looks like Trey Smith will now be in the lead, followed by Brighton Coleman in that 7 machine. It's really sharp. Let's take a look at that 1 car again. See if we can't get a really good no, that's probably the best one I'm gonna get is from just what I was showing you before, the chase right there. Race Against Cancer, broadcast Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the entire month of October, as well as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Remember, the entire month of October, The Xfinity Series is sponsored by the Stand for Wit Foundation. It's a worthy cause. You might want to look them up. I don't know if they accept donations, but it's a great cause. As the field begins to saddle up side by side, we have Trey Smith and Bryton Coleman, and then James Napier and Patrick Wilkinson, John Sauer and Perry Harrington, Tanner Ensign and Gene Watkinson, Wyatt Keel with Justin Bell, Logan Gill, Taylor Carlin, Ethan Farless. So we're having a great race here tonight. Lap 14. Couple of cautions. We've talked to the drivers in both instances. And it's just driving. It's just racing. These high speeds, you just don't have very much room for any small mistakes. It's just a position where you have to be on top of your game. Doing a total of 65 laps here tonight at Daytona. We thank you for being here with us at the Wild West Racing League, Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. We know you have choices. We thank you for being here with us tonight. So Trey Smith is going to lead them down. The pace car is off. We are getting ready. We are in the start zone, and he goes. Trey Smith will go first. James Napier gets a run on the inside and stays second. Bryton Coleman third. Patrick Wilkinson fourth. John Sauer is your fifth place car. We have a clean start inside and outside. Looks like the bottom line is still the line, at least at the beginnings here. The 7 is hung out to dry on the outside. The 1 of Trey Smith on the inside being pushed by the 77 of James Napier. That's first and second. Third is John Sauer, but he's up on the top line, and just passing him is Patrick Wilkinson on the 82 on the inside. So your first, second, and third, Trey Smith, James Napier, Patrick Wilkinson in line on the bottom of the track. We see Patrick Wilkinson almost got into John Sauer there. John Sauer's on the outside trying to make things happen. Little bit tight trying to side draft through the corner. But up front, it's Trey Smith and James Napier. See what it looks like from the view of James Napier. He's got a window full of Trey Smith. That Chevrolet is following the other Chevrolet of Trey Smith. And they're fast. Real fast. The entire field is together. Oh, and the 1 gets pushed up and out of the way. The 22 pushes him again. The 1's out of line, but he keeps it together. That was an amazing feat, folks. The 77 moves into the front. James Napier. Second is Patrick Wilkinson. Trey Smith moves into third on the outside. He's not. Oh, we've got a wreck. The 44. Oh, no. We have a big wreck. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. Lap 18. Oh my goodness. Let's see what happened there, Justin Bell. On the inside retaining wall. That Bass Pro Shops machine that's just hurt. Looks like he just got collected is all that happened there. He's probably a little upset. We'll leave this one alone and not do any interviews. That's just a tough break. Folks, here at Daytona, 65 laps. We've only done 18. Way too early to be racing this hard. We have one car that's showing 13 laps down. Everybody else is on the lead lap. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. We know you have choices. We're happy you're here with us tonight. Go back up looking at the front of the field with Patrick Wilkinson showing in the lead. We'll see if he comes down pit road or not. Shouldn't need to, not at lap 19. But it's all strategy, folks. We just don't know. So, lights are still on the pace car, which means we're going to be doing at least 2 more laps. So your leader right now is Patrick Wilkinson, Wyatt Keel, Trey Smith, Logan Gill, and Taylor Carlin round out your top 5. Perry Harrington, Bryton Coleman, John Sauer, Gene Watkinson, and Justin Bell are in your top 10. 11th, 12th, and 13th is Tanner Ensign, James Napier, and Ethan Farless. So there's the 28 of Ethan Farless, who looks like he got lucky dog and is coming around to meet the front of the back of the pack. Lights are off the pit pace car. With 20 laps in, we're about a third of the way through. I'm not exactly sure how many miles they can go before they need to stop, but if we take a quick look, it's just going to have to be on to who comes in at the right time. I'm sorry for that gap in speech there. I was thinking instead of speaking. We are going to get ready to go racing here, folks. They're trying to get in line. The stewards have told them how to line up. Racing stewards keep everything going good. Pace car is off. We're getting ready to go racing. 82 is going to bring them down, and here we go. 82 gets off to the lead. Wyatt Keel on the outside, but on the inside is Trey Smith, and he's going to take second place, followed by the 12 machine of Logan Gill, pushing up into third place now. The 9 car will move into fourth place, and he will drop to the bottom. So now our first 5 cars, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars are all in a line, except for now. Look at who's on the front and the outside. Oh no! Oh no! The 12 just got into I did not see who he got into. We do not have a caution. We are still under green flag racing. Trey Smith. That beautiful cancer awareness car, followed by Logan Gill. Folks, these are heavy hitters. These aren't drivers that are just here to run 65 laps and go home. These are drivers that want the victory, and they're putting themselves in a position to do it. We know Trey Smith is strong. We know that Logan Gill is strong. We know Tanner Ensign in fourth place is extremely strong. Oh no, trip 3 wide, way too early. 24 is pushed off the track. Oh no, the 24 and the 111 get into it. 24 and the 111. Oh, that was a hard hit. That was a real hard hit. Tyler Carlin. Let's see if we can get a hold of him. Bring him down into the booth. Up into the booth. Hey, Taylor Carlin, this is Barry Stevens up in the booth. You got me?
I got you, yeah.
Hey, what happened there?
I was going straight and I was going fast, and then somebody got into me and I got spun around. I don't know. I haven't really had time to look at it.
Yeah, it was a big mess. There was quite a few cars ended up getting collected in there, and I know it's frustrating. You practice, you do everything you can do, and then out of nowhere, you're collected in a wreck that you shouldn't have had anything to do with. What do you do from here? What's your goal? What do you have to do?
I mean, I think I may just not get close to any other cars at this point.
I'm sorry for laughing, but I understand. I understand the frustration as a driver. Sometimes you just feel like you throw your hands up. What else am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go back so that you can talk to your crew chief and team and get things sorted out. But good luck there tonight, and let's see you pull something out of this.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
You bet. So, back up in the front, we have Trey Smith. No question that Trey Smith has the potential to win this race tonight. Anytime Trey Smith sits inside of a race car, you're dealing with a wheelman. He's a true wheelman. Doesn't really matter what the car is, he's fast. He's not the only one, but he certainly is fast. Now we're seeing all the leaders come down, they're takers. This may be, depending upon the situation, the last stop. Now it looks like Farless should get a wave around again and gain one of his laps that he was down. Back up in the front, though, it's James Napier now in the lead in the 77 machine. 82 of Patrick Wilkinson is in second, and third place is Tanner Ensign in the 44 Ford. You're watching the Wild West Racing League. This is race 1 of the Xfinity Series, 65 laps, Daytona International Speedway. This entire month of Xfinity cars is sponsored by the Stand for Wit Foundation. The Stand for Wit Foundation was created to support the victims and survivors of domestic violence. They and others through the foundation get help for those who are in a violent situation before it's too late. A great way to help spread the message and make people aware of the nearly 10 million men and women in domestic violence situations is to make the Stand for Wit Foundation the series sponsor for the entire month of October. And so Wild West Racing League has decided to do that. So kudos to Wild West Racing League. It's a good cause. James Napier, Patrick Wilkinson, Tanner Ensign are your top 3. Justin Bell, Trey Smith, John Sauer, Wyatt Keel, Bryton Coleman, Taylor Carlin, Gene Wilkinson, Logan Gill. Lights are off the pace car. Means we're getting ready to go racing, race fans. James Napier's going to lead them to the green flag. But on the outside will be Tanner Ensign, the 44 purple machine. On the inside in the second row is Trey Smith and Justin Bell. That's your top 4. We're now at lap 26, coming up to lap 27 on this green flag. Pace car is off. All the Xfinity machines are side by side getting ready to get into the start zone, and we are racing, fans. 77 gets a good jump. James Napier. 44 is just on the outside. Tanner Ensign, Trey Smith on the inside, and the one machine in the draft of the 77, James Napier. On the outside is the 8 machine. 44 of Tanner Ensign leads the outside line. Inside line, James Napier and Trey Smith, and then following him, looks like, yes, it is. It's Wyatt Keel. We've got 3 cars on the outside line, 4 cars on the outside line, and it looks like 5 or 6 on the inside line. The more cars you have in line, the faster the draft can be. Still no need to be racing hard at this point. Just keep your car clean. You can't win the race if your car is not clean. These gentlemen drivers know this. Sometimes, though, you see a hole and it closes before you're there. That's frustrating. As we're driving here tonight and watching these drivers, the racetrack is getting faster and faster as it cools down. Temperatures become quicker. Trucks become a little bit more loose because of the speeds. Now we're already going fast, so anytime there's a wreck, it's just a matter of can you stay out of the way. Daytona, though, can be a monster. We see how many cars just get involved there, and it just, what do you do? We see the one of Trey Smith move to the outside of the 77. James Napier, and now he has the lead with the 44 of Tanner Ensign pushing him on the outside. As they come through the corner, James Napier will continue to hold on the inside, but Trey Smith now takes the lead on the outside with the 44 of Tanner Ensign pushing him. He's got a great partner to push with. I believe they trust each other explicitly here. Real sharp, tight racing, hold your breath racing. Folks, if you're sitting in the back of your seat right now, I don't know how you're doing it. Look at how close these guys are going at almost 200 miles an hour. Now, when cars are right up against another car and they're pushing or bumping, drafting, whatever you want to call it, the one thing that you have to be cognizant of is that you're not getting air into the front of that car. That radiator is suffering. So what happens is your oil temperatures rise, your water temperatures rise, and you have to move out from the car in front of you just to let those temperatures recover. If you don't, you'll burn an engine up. Oh, we've got a wreck. The 24 gets into the 28 of Ethan Farless. We stayed green so far. Let's see if that stays that way. Wild West Racing League. Ride fast, race free. Trey Smith, James Napier, Wyatt Keel are your top 3. Get some good camera angles of these cars. Drivers on the inside. Hans device is keeping their heads restrained so that they don't get into a bad accident at these speeds. Entire field is together. That's incredible. After 33 laps, we're almost halfway. Well, we are more than halfway. And the entire field is still together. Just some great racing here tonight. Really exciting. Trey Smith continues to lead him on the inside, followed by the 77 of James Napier. Third place is Wyatt Keel on the inside, but right on the outside is Tanner Ensign, who now is showing third. They're just side by side, neck and neck. Outside lane is trying to get something going. Inside line has had the speed all night long so far. You see the 8 of Justin Bell give the 44 of Tanner Ensign a push, trying to get him out front. These cars get real squirrely when they don't get hit just right. Make you hold your breath if you're the one getting bump draft. It's a lot easier to be the pusher than to be the one being pushed. Look at that 77 though, showing you how it's done with the one in front of him. 2 cars nice and smooth. On the outside, Tanner Ensign trying to make something happen. He's got that 8 car of Justin Bell trying to push him. And the 12 of Logan Gill behind him. But that 77 is staying strong and giving Trey Smith everything he needs to stay out front. Eight moves down to the bottom. That leaves the 44 of Tanner Ensign up top, with the 12 coming up to catch up to him, Logan Gill. Maybe Logan Gill and Tanner Ensign can do something on the outside, but the amount of cars on the inside makes it really, really difficult. Just some fantastic, fantastic racing here tonight. See these cars moving all around at these high speeds. That is so hard to control. We see the 44 and the 12 on the outside, still trying to make something happen, trying to push their way up to the front. Oh no, it's the 7. Oh no. That'll bring out the caution. Brighton Coleman and Patrick Wilkinson. Let's see what happened to Patrick. Oh, he just got turned. So let's see what happened to Brighton. Oh boy. Let's see if we can call up Brighton in the booth. See what he saw from his view. Brighton Coleman, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Gotcha.
Hey, Brighton, tell me about what happened there.
It was just real close racing. Guys were talking on the Discord, kind of distracted me a little bit. Just got up a little too close for comfort. Check up. It's just racing. No hard feelings.
I saw it, and oh boy, somebody just got into the 12 while we're talking. I saw what happened. It is just racing. At these high speeds, sometimes there's just not anything you can do about it. but I know it's frustrating anyways, and it's not something that you wanted to have happen, and now you've got to make sure your car's fixed and in good shape. So I'm going to let you get back so you can talk to your guys, to your team and crew chief, and let you go. But thanks for the
looks like you got
explanation.
something else to cover up here.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm going to let you go.
You're doing good work, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. So while I was doing that interview, we had seems like somebody wasn't happy. Well, the race stewards will take a look at that, see exactly what happened. Got some takers down pit road. Trey Smith remains on the outside, going around the track. Looks like everybody behind him came in. Him and Tanner Ensign. And there goes Ethan Farless with the lucky dog. Ethan Farless is now only 10 laps down. Only. And it looks like Perry Harrington has gone to the garage and called it a night. Don't forget, you're watching the Wild West Racing League. This is week 1 at Daytona International Raceway. 2.5 mile oval. You could be at the beach right now. This is brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm broadcaster Barry Stevens. 72 degrees tonight. Beautiful temperatures. Beautiful night to be at the beach. October is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And don't forget that the Stand for Wit Foundation is sponsoring the entire month of October all the races for the Xfinity Series. It's a great cause. Something that if you can get a chance to look them up, I encourage you to do so. So the lights on the pace car are out. The cars are lining up 2 by 2. Wild West Racing is a great league, either to watch or to be a part of. Folks, you don't want to miss any Wednesday night. Xfinity Racing at its best. Wild West Racing League. And once again, we want to thank you for tuning in to the Wild West Racing League and to Fearless Broadcasting. You have so many choices, so many places you can be, but you're here with us tonight, and we thank you, and we're grateful. Trey Smith's going to lead him to the green this time around. He's just consistently made his way all the way to the front, and now with just a little bit over 20 to go, finds himself in the lead. But that 44 machine of Ensign on the outside, he's fast. I don't know if he's got anything for Trey Smith, though. Pace car is in. We're getting ready to go racing. And they're off. The 1 takes the inside line. The 44 is on the outside. Cannot get down because of the 77 of James Napier. It's holding into third position. Trey Smith moves to the bottom, collecting the 77 of James Napier, who now moves up clearly into second place. Third place is the 44 machine of Tanner Ensign. Fourth place is the 9 of Wyatt Keel. Fifth place is a battle between the 12 and the 22. '22 moves up on the outside, even with the 9. 44 has moved up. Maybe the 22 and the 44 can get together. 44 decides to move back down. 22 is left out alone. 44 is now moved up, trying to have the 22 push him along. What that's done is it's moved the 1 way out front. Now the 1's got to block this run that's coming on the outside. Don't think he's going to be able to do it. The 22 is getting pushed by the 12. That 22 machine of John Sauer is fast. He's been up at the front already tonight, but so is that 12 of Logan Gill, who's pushing him. They're fast as well. But on the inside, you've got the 1 and the 44. But now look at the 22 blocks, comes in place, blocking the movement of the 1, and the 1 and 44 are stagnated, having it sit behind the 22 of John Sauer. Outside line has 4 takers in it. The inside line is full of the rest of the pack. Oh, the 22 gets loose. The 1 gets into the rear end of them. That is not what you want to see happen. 22 does get a good bump from the 12. But the 1 car, oh, the 22's loose. Oh no, 22 and the 44 and the 12. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Let's see what happened. Yeah. That is not fun. So while we're under caution, let's see if we can get Justin back around to talk to him one more time. Hey, Justin Bell, this is Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me?
Yeah, buddy, what's going on?
What happened there?
It's it's getting real touchy back here with dirty air, and we're trying to maneuver back and forth, and a bunch of the bumps came from side to side there, and you get side drafted, especially through that dog leg, and everybody just gets caught up in everybody's mess, and it just happened right in front of my lap there.
Yeah, it certainly did, and the thing is you have a fast car here tonight. You've been moving up. I can tell you've had patience. You're picking your battles when and where, and there's still enough racing laps to go here tonight that there's no need to panic at this point. I know that you'll get your car back down. If you've got any real strong damage, hopefully you can get that fixed and get back out. What do you think you need to do to make something happen tonight?
To be honest, I think you just need to kind of just stay back and, like you said, pick your battles. Here, you can't rush yourself. If you rush yourself, you're just going to get yourself into that wreck, and you could be probably the cause of that wreck. So, just trying to keep your nose clean and hope you stay out of it.
Absolutely. All right, Justin. I'm going to let you get back to your team and crew chief, but thank you for spending that time in the broadcast booth with us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Okay, Justin Bell. Trey Smith will come into the pits. That was somewhat unexpected, but he will not go a lap down. He'll catch up. He'll be on the lead lap. The other cars that come down with him are also fast. So I think what we've got is the 12, the 44, and the 1, and they may be talking together, and if they are, the three of them can make something happen. They just need to stay together, keep these vehicles so that they stay in the draft at the same time. Under caution here, lap 46. With 19 to go. Not really in a position yet to where we are worried about winning or losing. We're just trying to get around to get to that place. And Daytona is tough enough without making mistakes that can cause issues. But as we get ready to start here, we've got James Napier, then Wyatt Keel, Taylor Carlin, Logan Gill, and 5th place, Gene Watkinson. Followed by Patrick Wilkinson, Brighton Coleman, Tanner Ensign, Trey Smith, John Sauer in 10th place. Justin Bell, Ethan Farless, 11th and 12th, and Perry Harrington is out. Ethan Farless is now only down to 9 laps down. He's actually made quite a bit of progress. Pace car is in. We're getting ready to go. The 77 of James Napier is leading them off. There we go. 77 on the inside. 9, Wyatt Keel on the outside in second place. He's trying to move down. The 24 is right in the way, Taylor Carlin. Taylor Carlin, Logan Gill, side by side. 77 of James Napier takes the lead. 9 of Wyatt Keel in second. Third place is a race, side by side, the 12 and the 24. 12 has nose out front. 24 has the draft of the cars in front of him. 12 car should be moving back. There's nobody dancing with him at the moment. What the 12's trying to do is catch any air he can from the side draft so that he doesn't just drop on back. But maybe the best thing for him to do is to just drop a little bit back behind that 82, get in line, and then get ready to fight in about 10 or 15 laps. Some sharp looking cars, and we've got some sharp looking drivers. Guarantee you these guys are hot, sweaty on the inside of these machines. They know what they're doing, but there's so much stress. The focus is intense. One little slip can take you out, can take the entire field out. '77 still on the inside for the lead. The 9 and the 12 on the side by side. 12's moving up on the outside to try to vie for the first place. The 12 of Logan Gill is being pushed by the 1 of Trey Smith. On the inside is the 77 being pushed by the 9 of Wyatt Keel. And look at that. Logan Gill gets a nose out, and right behind him is the 1 machine of Trey Smith on the outside. So now the outside does have something going. Let's see if they can make this happen and get some momentum. The inside has pretty much run this race all night long. Side by side. The entire field. '77 of James Napier still holds the lead, but on the outside is the 12 machine of Logan Gill, who now shows the lead We'll see what happens at the start finish line, who actually gets credit for that lap led. 12 on the outside, 77 on the inside. James Napier being pushed by the 9 of Wyatt Keel. The 1 of Trey Smith is pushing the 12 of Logan Gill on the outside. And it looks like that'll be James Napier will lead that lap. We're at lap 51, folks, of 65 laps here at Daytona International Speedway. Super Speedway racing at its best. Got some cars that got into the outside retaining wall there. No problems, doesn't seem to be. Looks like the entire field is still in the draft. No problems there. Let's go ahead and take a look at from the 24 car of Taylor Carlin and see what he's looking at. Oh, no, the 12 gets into the wall, collects it, he's safe. The 111 and the 7 are bouncing off each other also towards the back of the pack. Oh, no, the 7 gets turned. And caution is out. Wow. Lap 52 of 65. I would draw somebody into the booth for that one, but there were so many cars. Boy. And now the 17 just gets hit by the 9. Oh my goodness, what is happening here tonight? Doesn't look like that was intentional. He's just moving slow. Oh, he just got turned, that's all. So back to the front of the field. James Napier, Wyatt Keel, Taylor Carlin, John Sauer, Trey Smith round out your top 5. 6th is Patrick Wilkinson, Tanner Anderson, Logan Gill, Brighton Coleman. 10th is Gene Watkinson. 11th is Ethan Farless. Down to 8 laps down. He started this race out of the pits something like 14 or 15 laps down, and he's down to 8 laps down. Folks, if we had about 100 extra laps, I believe he'd be on the lead lap. So, lights are off the pace car, which means that we should be going green the next time by. That'll put us on lap 55. That will give us a Wednesday night 10-lap shootout. For you folks at home watching this, I could honestly say I don't even know who's going to win this. Everybody has a chance. All these cars are fast. They're all good drivers. We're getting ready to go racing. Ten laps. Now's the time to grab that popcorn, sit down, don't turn your head, turn off all distractions, and let's go racing with the Wild West Racing League Xfinity Series. Ten to go. Pace cars off. We're getting ready to go racing. And we are. The 77 gets a very good jump on the inside. Moves to the middle of the track where the 9 is. 22 tries to get his nose down inside. Does get his nose down inside. The 22 of John Sauer now is fighting for second place. And he gets second place. The 9 of Wyatt Keel moves into third place, and he's on the outside. Wyatt Keel, if he can move down and fill that spot, he can stay in third position. But if he doesn't, the 24 is going to take it, fill it up for him. He's going to stay on the outside and fight for it. Oh no, the 1 gets pushed all the way off the racetrack. The 44, the 1, no foul. Boy, that was incredible driving once again. That's just amazing. Seemed to have a blinker also. Hopefully he's not causing any problems with anybody else. Incredible. 9 to go. Race fans, this is the moment you've been waiting for. They've ran this entire race for these last few laps of excitement. Buckle up. Make sure your straps are buckled down tight. Tug on that chin strap. We're finishing Daytona. .28 on the outside of the 1. Awfully close there. Finally he moves away. He's getting the draft from the 44, who's getting the draft from the 12. But out front is the 77 of James Napier, followed by the 22 of John Sauer, who's back in the hunt. And third is Wyatt Keel. So at this point, folks, nobody needs to stop for any reason. They can race this out all the way to the end if they can keep it green. No more strategies. The 12 and the 44 are getting a little wiggly. That's the right word for it. 44's got to push that 12 if the 12 is going to make it back up. But that 77's got that 22 behind him, and John Sauer is not wanting to give up second place. But that 12 and the 44 on the outside, the 12 of Logan Gill and Tanner Ensign, they've been working together great all evening. Third place is the 9 now of Wyatt Keel. James Napier, John Sauer, and Wyatt Keel are your top 3. Six laps to go now. So your top 3 have remained James Napier, John Sauer, and Wyatt Keel. But the outside lane is trying to get going and does get going. Look at the jump the 12 car of Logan Gill gets. He's now into third place with Ensign pushing him on the outside in the 44 machine. Look at them go. Now's the time to make things happen. And the outside line is forming up beautifully. Look at that. Outside line passes the inside line now as they go side by side, neck and neck. The 77 and the 12 for first place. The 22 and the 44 are both in the second rows. Oh, no, no, no. The 12 and the 44. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ugh. So there's what brought out your caution, and we can see some cars down and on the apron to get away from that. Up front, it's James Napier, John Sauer, and Wyatt Keel. And once again, the Ford machine of Ethan Farless is going to get another lap back. It's going to put him only 7 laps down. He's had a great run, even though he's been so far down. He's making laps after lap after lap. Doing a great job tonight. Proud of you, Ethan. Doing great. But up front, it's James Napier, John Sauer, and Wyatt Keel. And any one of these three can win it. But it doesn't just have to be those three. What about Taylor Carlin, Patrick Wilkinson, Brighton Coleman? What about them? What about Trey Smith in the 7 position? What about Logan Gill? They've worked together. Great, Trey Smith and Logan Gill. Maybe they could put something together. There's Gene Watkinson in the 111 machine and Tanner Ensign back in the 44 in 10th place. Don't put him out of the picture. He's in 10th position. He can easily move up on this 2 to go shootout that we're going to have. One last time, let me remind you that this is the Wild West Racing League you're watching. Daytona International Speedway. A total of 65 laps tonight. And we are recognizing that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but also it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And all of the Xfinity races in October will be sponsored for the Stand for Wit Foundation. The Stand for Wit Foundation. Look them up. See how you can help them out. So as the cars get ready for one more time, we're on lap 62, so we'll be going green at should be lap 63 here. Got to wonder what those 2 cars up front are thinking. That 77 of James Napier, John Sauer. What are they going to do? I guarantee you these drivers have white knuckles and they've got their elbows out. Nobody wants to give an inch. Everybody wants to win. Pace car is off the racing surface. We're getting ready to go racing one more time, race fans. Daytona, and we're off. 77 James Napier gets the early lead. The 9 on the inside. Wyatt Keel will take second, while the 22 of John Sauer is on the outside in third place. He drops into the inside and continues in third place. First place, though, is James Napier. Back of the field is just a few cars back. Third place is a group of about 6 cars all fighting for it, while the first 2 cars are running 1 and 2. James Napier, Wyatt Keel. Now John Sauer in the 22 machine moves up. He's got a head of steam and moves to the outside. He's taking... Oh no, we have another wreck. Oh no, I saw the 1 car of Trey Smith get involved in that. We are under caution again. Oh my. Let's see what happened. Let's look at Brighton Coleman's. Let's see if we can call up Brighton Coleman and maybe get his call on this. Hey, Brighton Coleman, this is Barry Stevens up in the broadcast booth. You got me?
I got you.
Hey, I can hear the despair in your voice. Tell me what happened.
Man, you know, it's been a couple super speedways for me where it's just bad luck after bad luck, and I just feel like it's one of those nights, you know, I got myself in a mental hole. You know, just one of those races. I didn't know we went 3 wide. Did we go 3 wide? I didn't even see.
Yeah, it was, you know, but you can't blame anybody. I mean, you know, we're right at the very end of the race, and nobody's going to give an inch. And
right, yeah, I get it.
It's just unfortunate because you make it all the way to the end only to have this happen, you know. And but we're proud of you, and we know that no matter what, you'll give it your all for these last 2 lap shootout that we're going to have, and then of course next week for sure too.
We'll see what we can make happen. I'm definitely not giving an inch here.
Good, Brighton. Okay, I'm going to let you go back so you can be with the team and your crew chief. Thanks so much for your time in the booth.
Anytime.
Thank you. Okay, so without is interesting. Nobody is doing a lot of these wrecks, all of these wrecks, let me clarify this. I don't think there was a single wreck from the broadcast booth point of view that was intentional. Everything that we've seen tonight has been unintentional, close racing, hard racing, not giving an inch, especially towards the end of this race. Of course, you got to be there to win. But if you give up that inch, another driver's going to take it. That's the problem here. So we got James Napier, John Sauer are your top 2. Pace car taking these guys around. They don't need any more Sunoco racing fuel. They're good to go. We're going to have a 2-lap shootout here. Lights. Yes, the lights are off the pace car. That's a good sign. All right. Cars are gathered up. Pace cars move down. Here we go. On the inside is the 77 of James Napier with the 22 of John Sauer on the outside. John Sauer moves down to the inside to take away second place. The 24 moves up to the outside. Taylor Carlin trying to make something happen. Taylor Carlin has the 12 with him on the outside, and that's it for right now. Everybody else is on the inside. No need to say anything more than what you can see on your screen, folks. The outside line is trying to make something happen. That 24 car is looking sharp. Taylor Carlin moved up into third, but can he hold it there? No, the 9 of Wyatt Keel will keep it. James Napier, John Sauer, Wyatt Keel. Oh no! Why does the 22 John Sauer move to the outside? I think he thinks he can make something happen, but let's see. We still have James Napier in the lead. Second place is still the 9 of Wyatt Keel pushing him. Outside is the 22 and the 24. Oh no. How? Oh boy. There's the 22 wrecking. He's kept it off the wall. Well, he did keep it off the wall. Here we are back at the victory. That's it. James Napier will take the victory. Wyatt Keel, Trey Smith, Tanner Ensign, 4th place. 5th place, Logan Gill. What a race. What a finish. There's still carnage going on at the end. We're going to have the ambulance crew down in the infield to ensure that we're good. We're going to wait for Trey Smith, Wyatt Keel, and James Napier to get into the waiting room. We have Trey Smith already there, so let's go ahead and bring him up. Trey Smith, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. How you doing tonight, and how was that 3rd place finish?
I'm pretty heated right now, but I'll do my best to maintain my composure here. Just for you, Barry.
Well, I appreciate it. I know that everybody is frustrated, and at the end of that race, there were so many cars that were banging, doing everything to just get that 1 inch, difference from the car next to them or the car in front of them. It was tough, and I know that you are a wheelman, and you do not like to lose when it's other people's doings. If it's your own fault, something that you do, you can live with that. When it's a wreck and you don't have any control over it, and that's what happens at Daytona or any of the super speedways. Sometimes you just can't get out of the way. What do you think of that?
I mean, I gotta watch what I say here. The big thing is at these tracks, I get side drafting, I get it, and that does play a big key factor. But a lot of times, like, these guys try to side draft way too much, and they get way too close, and then the one wrong bump, and the car moves up the track, and then it causes a wreck, and then they want to complain and cry about it, and that's. I mean, at the end of the day, I get what everyone's trying to do. We're all bunched up. We're all drafting and side drafting. I get it. But you have to give a little bit more room going through the corners and not pushing through the corners like a lot of these guys were. And that's a big thing at these super speedways. You got to watch how much room you're giving everyone else. And not just that, you got to watch who you're pushing and who's pushing you. But yeah, it's just frustrating. It's not. I'm not saying it ain't easy, but it's not that hard to have some common sense like that.
No, especially early on in the race. There's no reason to really race. It's just at that point running laps, stay in line. No need to worry about who's where. And so I get it. It can be frustrating. End of the race, overall, you've got to be happy with your position. 3rd position is a podium, and it pushes you along for this season. It gives you some momentum. We know in some of the other leagues you run in that you are in the front, you're in the top, and the momentum that you've carried there obviously has carried you over to here. Let me ask you this: are you ready for next week?
For the Xfinities, we're at Michigan. It's one of my better tracks. When I made my debut in this league, I ran Michigan. It was a next gen, and we dominated there. I got a ton of laps around that place. I do feel confident. I think the biggest key thing is not let my temper get to the best of me. But I feel pretty confident. We had a bad truck race at Phoenix, and it really shut my confidence down. And then last night we ran Richmond, and we were able to bounce back for another third place finish, and then tonight with another third place finish. So hopefully we can keep this momentum rolling, and just hopefully by the end of the year I can bring GLM a championship.
Absolutely. Before I let you go, you got anybody you'd like to give some shout out to?
Yep, just same guys as normal. Everyone at GL Lightning Motors, Kershawn, Joe, Kaiser, Max, everyone there able to support me and bring a good energy to the team and a great atmosphere. Greatest group of guys I've ever met in my life. Huge shout out to them. Shout out to my girlfriend who puts up with me every single night to let me come do this, because I know it bothers her, but she knows that racing's my passion and what I want to do with my life in real life, and between racing and real life and doing iRacing, she supports me 110%. So I got to thank her. Obviously, the good Lord above for blessing me, and then my 4-year-old son, who is my biggest motivation.
There you go. That's outstanding. Well, Trey, I'm proud of you. I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week, like I said, or like you said, over at Michigan. I'm going to let you go celebrate and talk to the team. Let you go back down to the waiting room before you can leave from there. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Hey, thank you, Barry. You did a great job tonight. Thank you, brother.
Thanks. Good night. James Napier, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you've got a first place next to your name. How about that?
It's awesome. Feels great.
First race of the season. Did you expect to be a winner this early?
No, honestly not. Especially with Daytona, because it's up. Anybody can win. So shocking, crazy finish, but overall good race.
You did outstanding. You know, there were so many cars at any given time that were strong and out in the front, and it seemed like that bottom line for almost the entire night was the line that you needed to stay in. Usually the outside here is the passing lane, but you have to have, enough cars get together to make that happen. You can't do it on your own. But for you to keep it out front at the end of that race and win it, that's really saying something. That is absolutely outstanding. And the rest of the guys that you race with, the guys on your team, the people that help you out, they've got to be so proud of you as well. Let me ask you this. Was there ever a time during the race when you doubted that you had an opportunity or a chance to have a victory for tonight?
Honestly, no. I mean, if I had a shot, if I was in the top 5, I feel like I had a fast car. I know how to side draft. I felt like I was gonna be either win this race or finish in the top 3.
Yeah. Well, you were strong, and that's what's important here is to have patience, to use your head, to know when to make moves and when to just stay in line, and you made all of that happen. That's what it takes to be a victor, and you were a victor tonight. Before I let you go, though, do you have anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
I'd like to give a shout out to the league here, TR Designs, Fearless Broadcasting, everybody watching. It was just a good time. We had a fast car tonight.
You did have a fast car, and congratulations. We look forward to seeing you next week at Michigan, and I'll let you go celebrate, putting you back down in the waiting room. Thank you so much for your time, James.
Thank you.
And so, folks, tonight was the Wild West Racing League. It was the first race of the new season. 65 laps were done at Daytona. James Napier was our winner, followed by Wyatt Keel in second. Trey Smith was third. Fourth was Tanner Ensign, and fifth was Logan Gill. 6th was Taylor Carlin, 7th was Patrick Wilkinson, 8th was Brighton Coleman, 9th was Gene Watkinson, 10th was John Sauer, 11th was Ethan Farless, 12th Justin Bell, and Perry Harrington. Remember, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The Stand for Wit Foundation was created to support the victims and survivors of domestic violence. They, and others through the foundation, have help for those that are in a violent situation before it gets too late. A great way to help spread the message and to make people aware of the nearly 10 million men and women in domestic violence situations is to make the Stand for Wit Foundation the series sponsor for the entire month of October. Wild West Racing League has agreed to allow the Stand for Wit Foundation to sponsor the entire month, and so we are so thankful for the Stand for Wit Foundation, and we are so proud of the Wild West Racing League. Until next week, race fans, that's it. This has been the